Hi guys, long time no talk. I know that I say this every month. This year you're just gonna have to bear with me. It's just been one of those, I'm going through it. I am trying to be more creative. I know I say this every time I post in here lately and I'm so sorry. But after May the 4th and then Mother's Day and everything, May the 4th was great, by the way. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. I just really struggled after Mother's Day, not gonna lie. I've had some really tough things happen with my job that have put me in a really bad mental state, not gonna lie. I have thankfully hit the 2-year mark where I can now hopefully find another job. I know that the market is extremely tough right now. To get me out of that, because it's been really draining me and my emotional creativity and everything else I have going on. But enough of that. Welcome back. I am going to give you guys my wrap up and I have videos that are going to be planned. I think we're supposed to do a resort crawl, myself and my dad, today, but that didn't happen. I had some issues with my phone. He was cooking something and it's taking longer than he thought. So all encompassing, welcome to today's video, which is what did I read in the month of May. So May unfortunately was a little bit of a lighter month, not gonna lie. But there are some really good ones in here. I'm hoping over the next few months as I kind of read different books to create literally a video for those of you like myself that are struggling through grief and the loss of a loved one. And yeah, so a lot of these, ironically and not ironically, there was a lot of grief in a lot of all the books I read this month. That was not intentional, just so you know. The first one was, which I'm gonna get into in a second. The rest of them were not. It was totally by coincidence that they, either a character that was like a romantic character that was involved or the main character experiencing it themselves. That's just kind of what happened this month. I don't know how it happened, but it did. So without further ado, the first one I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to rate this one because I think everybody deals with grief in their own way, and I like to read, so finding resources through books is usually where I go for any kind of, I hate saying self-help, but like any kind of books that are in that kind of genre that'll help you. So this is The Dead Moms Club by Kate Spencer, and it's a memoir. Kate Spencer actually has a lot of other books, and she has a new book out called, I think it's The Last Summer or same time, something like that, that she just came out with. She writes romance books and other books. Sorry, I'm trying to watch Rocket. I'm gonna cut that out. Anyway, or I'll leave it in for comedic relief, one of the two. This is The Dead Moms Club by Kate Spencer, and basically it is about her journey navigating grief after the death of her mom, who had pancreatic cancer. I really liked this book. I related to it. I cried through it. I sobbed through it. You could easily read it in one sitting if you wanted to. I could have. I just prefer to take it in small doses just because that's how I like to deal with topics that make me uncomfortable. Not that, I hate saying that, but like talking about grief is never fun. Talking about grief is never exciting. Talking about grief with someone is not like, it's just a really sticky process. So if you've gone through it yourself, you already know what I'm talking about. But if you are looking for that, like I said, I'm gonna try to make a video of some resources and some books that helped me navigate. I just really like this. It made me feel validated in a lot of what I was feeling, because it is a very hard subject, and so many people. I would even recommend this to you if you haven't gone through it, just because it helps you, so that if you have a friend or a partner or anyone in your life that is going through it, you can kind of help them if they want to be helped. Like I said, everybody's grief journey is different. I'm just saying that I really liked this book as a really good resource. It was a very good book. It was very well written. I'm not going to rate it, obviously, because every book like in that category is kind of what you're looking for, but yes, I would highly recommend this. Okay, moving on from that. The next book that I read is by an author who I discovered this year, and I raved about her, I think it was last month or the month before. But without further ado, this is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I loved this book. 5-star. Hardcore 5-star book. This book is basically about Florence, and she's a ghostwriter, but her family back home actually owns a funeral home. And I'm not going to tell you whom or what happens in it, because if I tell you too much, it's gonna give a lot away, so I don't really want to do that. But I love this. This made me laugh. This made me cry. I sat up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to finish it, or finishing it, and it is 100% one of the best books I've ever read. I just love the way Ashley Poston writes. I feel like I can relate to her words, I can relate to her characters, and she writes about grief in such a beautiful way. Again, there is grief involved in this. I didn't know that when I bought it. I just really liked her writing, so I wanted to read it, but I really love her. She has a new one coming out. I think it's called The Novel. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it down below. The Novel Something Club, I think, at the end of this month, and I'm so looking forward to it because I really like her as an author. I really like her. I follow her on Instagram now. I actually finished this book like middle of May, and then I ran to go see if she was touring anywhere because they said she had a new book, and it turns out I had just missed her by 4 days. She was literally at one of the Barnes & Nobles by me, and I was devastated. Also, I just realized I never put on any blush when I did my makeup. It's been a time, let me tell you guys. I'm trying to set up my new phone and it was a mess. But anyway, back to this book. I really like this. I think you should pick it up. This was definitely a 5-star read for me. Yeah. Moving on from that one, the next book I'm going to talk about, let me see which one. We'll do this one. Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I picked this up because I'm trying to compile a list of books that I recommend as summer reads for you. This is one of them. This was popular I think it was a couple years ago, I don't remember. I remember Steph Bohr talking about it, everybody talking about it. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like it was like I hate saying it, but it felt like a watered down version of To All the Boys I Loved Before, but not like, you're not getting like all this, like, I don't know. It was okay. It's not like my favorite. It's like 3 stars for me. Definitely not my favorite. I did buy her other ones because I wanted to read all of them. And she just had one that came out called, oh, I don't have it up there. The next one in the series is Meet Me at the Lake, which is up there. And then her newest one this year, it's like got a yellow cover. I cannot think of the name of it. But it was okay. Would I recommend it to someone to read? Yeah. Was it like earth-shattering? No. To be honest with you, the characters in this, I didn't really feel the romance as much, and it was one of those books that happens very, very rarely for me, where I really didn't want them to end up together, if I'm being completely honest. I think it should have stayed in the past. I think they maybe should have just like been friends. I don't know. It didn't do it for me. I would recommend it if you're looking for something. It's more of like a kind of here, I don't know, just wasn't for me. Moving on from there, this is my actual first Abby Jimenez book. It is the Happily Ever After playlist. I remember when Steph Bohr was talking about on her channel a while ago. I really want, I'm so sorry that my cat is literally playing in the background here. I watched her talk about it in her video. I think she read this a couple years back or last year, one of the two, and it sounded really, really cool. So basically, we have our main character, Sloane, and she is in the park and she runs into this dog, or she's driving, I'm sorry, and she runs into this dog, and basically she tries to locate the owner, ends up locating the owner, but he's out of town for 2 weeks. So that's how they start kind of conversing in the story. There's also a heavy grief theme in here, which I'm not gonna get into. I swear, guys, I didn't do that on purpose. It just kind of happened this month. I'm not sure. Really not good for mental health month, especially because I'm going through it mental health wise lately. I'm sorry, I have to move my books away from my cat. So, without further ado, I really liked this book. I would give it, I think I gave it a 4 or 3. I think I gave this a 3. I'd probably give it a 3.5. You can see if you want to look at my Goodreads, it's down there. It's the same channel name. It was good. I liked that they had like the songs, like basically in front of every chapter is a new song, and at the end is the playlist. But it was good. I definitely would like to read more of her because she does touch on, and I've heard this from a few people before, she touches on sensitive topics, but the way in which she explains them and handles them, it doesn't feel super overwhelming in the story. I really liked this, but basically, yeah, we navigate with Sloane. She's 2 years after her fiance passes away. And then she meets Jason, who is Tucker's, that's the dog, Tucker's owner, and they kind of start conversing and talking, and it's basically their love story. I really liked this. I did get worried at the end because I was like 30 pages left and I was like, oh god, this doesn't seem like it's gonna have a happy ending. I'm like kind of getting worried. But it is a happy ending in case you're looking for that. But yeah, I really liked this book and I will definitely be picking up more from Abby Jimenez. I almost picked up hers last year, the Yours Truly one, but it was about transplants, and at the time we were trying to do with all of that with my mom to get her a lung transplant, so it just wasn't something for me at the time. Will I pick that up soon? I'm not sure, but she is definitely an author that I'm going to be delving more into her books. The last two I have are from two of my ride or die favorite authors that I talk about all the time on this channel. And the first one is going to be Miss Elle Kennedy, The Dixon Rule. So if you don't know, Elle Kennedy has a series called the Briar U Campus series, then it's off campus. And then she has, the off campus ones. Yeah, these are off campus, I'm sorry. It's, Briar U off campus, and these are called the Campus Diaries, sorry. So these are basically based on, I don't want to say because they're really like not, but like you get updates from the OGs, which are my favorites. So that's like Hannah, if you've read the series, you know. But I just really like Elle Kennedy's writing. I liked the way that she wrote these characters. I will say that it started off for me, I was like, dang, I think this is gonna be like a 5-star read. And then towards the end, I think it just got, in my opinion, it got a little long for me. I don't mind a lot of like a longer Elle Kennedy book, don't get me wrong. This one just felt excessive, like to the point that I was kind of like, I don't really need any more. Like, I don't know. I did like the and it does deal with some sensitive topics in here. So I would look up trigger warnings. Yeah, but it just wasn't, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it was good. I love Elle Kennedy. The next one in this series, and it's gonna be the last one in this series, I'm not really looking forward to be honest with you. She actually shared about it on her website, and I'm not gonna give away too much detail because I don't want to, because it will give away some information in this one. But to me, it's just not. Also, I know a lot of people always ask, can you read these as standalones? You can, but you're gonna get spoilers for other books. So if you'd like to read the whole books, this one's kind of delving into the whole world. I feel like if you don't, you could definitely read it without the other ones, but it's kind of nice because you get to see people from the original series, which is my personal favorite. But yeah, basically this is Diana and Shane, and Diana is a cheerleader, and Shane's hockey, yeah, Shane's a hockey player, and yeah, it's good. I'm trying to think of what are the tropes in here. It's fake dating, if you're into that. What else? I feel like that's like the main trope is fake dating, basically. But if you like the Briar U off-campus series, pick this up if you haven't started these already, because they're really good. I have a couple other ones of hers that she did, but I think there's only two. It's Misfit and Rogue, which are, I can't even see that. The, excuse my pajama shorts. What do you call it? The prep series, those are good as well. Well, I read Misfit, haven't read Rogue. I'm getting off on a tangent, I'm gonna stop. But last book that I have, that I read this month, remember I said it was a short month, is King of Sloth by Anna Huang. I said this, I think it was last month when we talked about the Twisted series. Yeah. Or maybe a couple months ago when the other one was out. Guys, they're just, I definitely liked, I think was the last one, King of Greed. Not me, can't forgetting. Yeah, King of Greed. I actually really liked that one much better than I liked this one. I thought that Sloane, it's another Sloane and Xavier were gonna be like the couple that I was most looking forward to. And I was kind of bored, I'm not gonna lie. This series, the Kings of Sin series, I know that there's supposed to be 7, there's like 3 more coming out, and then she has the book called The Striker, which is about Asher Donovan, which I'm really excited about because he's a soccer player. I'm just not, this one is just, the Twisted series still has my heart. The Kings of Sin series, I only really have a couple that's like I only have a couple that are like in the series that I kind of like really like. Like, I don't really remember the couples. I don't really remember a lot of what goes on. Whereas like in the Twisted series, I feel like I remember key elements more from that story. I do like the friend group aspect in this. You can read this as a standalone, but as always, you will get spoiler for other couples. So if that's not something you want to do, then I would highly recommend not doing that. This is like a workplace romance. She's his publicist, and he's basically like a millionaire, and there's stuff. It kind of gives you the vibe similar to, what is it? Lauren Asher's, what are they called? The Dreamland Billionaires. It kind of gives me that vibe, only in the capacity that, I think I burned myself, guys, sorry. Only in the capacity that, there's like in order for him to get his inheritance, there's things that he has to do, basically. So if you like that kind of vibe, I think you would like this. But yeah, overall, like I said, not bad. This isn't my favorite of hers. I think I gave this one like a 3. So it was kind of like weird. This month we had like some that were like I had one big high, like 5-star, and then the rest were kind of there. So I'm definitely hoping that next month we have some more. I did come up with a TBR list that I'm going to be sharing shortly with you guys. I'll probably film it right after this. If you're seeing me in the same outfit, that is why. But yeah, those were what I read for this month. Let me know in the comments below what you guys got up to, what you read this month. Like I said, I do have some stuff planned for us, so I'm really excited. But yeah, so, and then let's see, any other updates I can give you guys. I'm gonna be moving out into a new apartment building, so that'll take up some of my time, but not anytime soon. It's within the next couple of months. But yeah, I'm really excited. It took me a long time to do that. That was also part of the reason why I was gone. I was doing that. But yeah, I am really sorry, I'm doing my rambling thing. I'm really happy that you guys are, that we're back, and that I'm talking about books and everything again. And yeah, hopefully this month leads to more 5-stars. I definitely feel like I'm a little bit in a romance rut kind of right now. I'm not really like kind of trying to put that on the back burner. We're gonna be getting back more into our fantasy series, just because that is my happy place. That's where I like grew up, was just basically reading all fantasy books. So I feel like sometimes that's where I get the coziest of vibes, but depending on mental health wise, sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed by how big they are. You know, it's kind of funny, like when you were younger, you had like all this time, and then when you're an adult, you're like, I have work and other responsibilities, so I try to fit in when I can. Obviously, this is a much smaller month than normally. I like to usually read anywhere between 8 to 9 books, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you come back, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. See ya.